I need to be on. I don't want you to miss anything I'm saying. I was hoping last week when I was here was this week because I couldn't wait to get her. You guys know how it is when you're chasing that girl and you got to get her. Are you chasing that guy? You got to get him. I couldn't wait to get here today. So everybody got the stuff on? Put the belts on, baby, because I'm coming at you, okay? Now check this out. You remember last week? You guys remember Anita? And she was talking about people being name droppers and really didn't know the people, right? Now my printer is not the best printer. I got a deal on it for like $99. But I think you guys can see right here, I'm not a name dropper. I'm a name knower. It's a big difference. I think you guys will recognize him. That's Muhammad Ali. Okay? But the reason I say that is to say this. On here is the second greatest person ever to come out of Louisville, Kentucky, and that's yours truly, baby. You got me? Okay? So let me tell you something. I was the mayor of Fairfield, and he didn't tell you that. I was the mayor of Fairfield, and I went home in 1994. And I was a guest speaker, and the Louisville Courier Journal put this thing in the paper, hometown boy comes home. Mayor Chuck Hammond, city of Fairfield. I was so proud. So I hadn't seen Muhammad for quite a while. And all of a sudden, my buddy Victor Bender comes up to me, and Victor and I graduated in 1961. You guys do the math. And I know I'm cute for 67. Yes, I am. You know I am. Well, Victor comes up and says, hey, Charlie. They call me Charlie at home. We got a surprise for you. I said, okay. So I get him ready to speak, and they cut the lights out at the Holiday Inn in Louisville, Kentucky. Check it out. Tape all of it and check it out. I want you to understand this is coming from here. You understand? No notes. It's coming from right here. So they cut the lights off, and then they cut them on, and they put the spotlight on Muhammad. He comes in on a walker with two of his buddies. I'm saying that to you to say this. January 18th, he turned 69. August the 1st, God willing, I turned 68. He can't do what I'm doing now. Can't speak. He saw me. You see it right here. He saw me, but he couldn't say anything. How blessed are we? People don't understand that. People do not understand how blessed they are. So what I'm going to do is tell you a few stories, and when I get to 10 minutes, do this now, because I don't want anybody doing this on me. Not doing that. So when we get to 10 minutes, do that, and I'll cut it off, and then we'll ask questions. I was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, where they have the Kentucky Derby. Everybody know about the Kentucky Derby? Yeah. I'm going to be there in 2 weeks, and when they have it on TV, look at me. I'll be waving at y'all, okay? I want to tell you something. I worked there from 1958 to 1961. I was a freshman in high school. In 1961, I was a senior. There was a horse named Iron Liege. He was the first horse that was born in Kentucky that won the Kentucky Derby. A lot of them are shipped from Florida, from Egypt, and everywhere, and they win it, and they trained in Kentucky, but they weren't born there. This Iron Liege was born there. So I used to go out there and work every year. And so one day in 1961, when I was a senior, Todd Jones, who owned Iron Liege, used to give me $10 a week for working there. This year when Iron Liege won, he gave me a $100 bill, and I had never seen it. So every time I got my money, I'd take it home and give it to my mom. Single mom raising 4 of us. So I get home and I said, Ma, Mr. Jones gave me $20 today. And I gave it to her, and she said, baby, did you see what this was? This is a $100 bill. I didn't, because I'd never seen one. And let me tell you what he did. I want you guys to please listen to me. And here's the other thing. If I don't make an impact on you today, come up to me right away and tell me that I didn't. Because you know what we're doing now? We're taking your time, which you will never get back. It'll never be 5 minutes to 12 again today, ever. Don't let anybody waste your time. I'm not going to do that. This is what Todd Jones said to me. He called me young blood. I'm the same height, but I'm like 140 pounds. He says, young blood. And this was our last year together because I was going to go away to college. He said, young blood, come here and talk to me for a minute. I said, okay. He said, what do you do when you come out here every year to work for us? I said, what do you mean, Mr. Jones? He said, well, tell me what you do. What do you do this? I said, well, I come out and I feed the horses, and then I walk them, and I water them, and I wipe them down and everything. He said, and then what do you do? Well, I said, I put them little funny things on their eyes. He said, yeah. Young blood, you know what those are called? And I said, what? He said, those are blinders. I said, blinders. He said, do you know why we put them on them? I said, no. He said, because we don't want them to see anything but the finish line. We don't want them to see anything to the left, anything to the right. We just want them to see that finish line. He said, young blood, let me tell you something. And I love this man. He's in heaven now. I know where he's at. And he's watching me. And I told him I'd always make him proud. They had all these boys out here walking these horses and everything. And I'm the only black kid out there, man. They didn't want to know, how come Mr. Jones likes him so much? And he told me. He said, young blood, you got it together. He said, I love you because you're organized, you're on time. You're supposed to be at 5 o'clock, you're at 4:30. You're supposed to go home at 6, you go home at 8. He said, you're going places, young blood. He said, let me tell you this right now. Whatever you want to do out there, you're going to be able to do it. You know why? Because you got a heart and you care for people. And that's what success is about, young blood. You got to care for people and you got to give them your all. He said, here's what I don't want you to do. Don't put the blinders on. You put those blinders on, young blood, and you're only going to see what you want to see. And there's so much out there that you need to see that you won't see with the blinders on. So before I continue to dazzle you, I want to ask you, and you don't have to raise your hand, you know in your heart if the deal's right, do you have blinders on? I hope you don't. I most certainly hope you don't, because you're missing the whole deal. You will never be successful having blinders on. Doesn't work. Does not work. So I was talking to Pastor Gary today, my buddy. I love Pastor to death. Love him to death. And we were over here talking about some success stories. And if anybody in here can raise their hand and say they're successful because of themselves, you need to get out of here now, because you're lying. You are lying. Somebody has always helped you to be successful. The reason I stand before you today and I'm happy as heck is because somebody has always helped me. Somebody has always helped me to get where we are right now. I had no idea that I'd ever be in politics, ever. Now I'm going to tell you something about me now. I don't want you to get mad, but I hope it's not you. I'm 36 years old, never voted, never registered to vote in my entire life, ever. And I was a Sunday school superintendent of my church. And my pastor came to me one day and said, Brother Hammond said, hey, you need to run for the city council. We talked to the board of trustees and our deacons, and they think you'd be good as city councilman. I said, Reverend Davis, what is that? I didn't even know what it was. He said, you need to check it out. You know, I'm coaching youth sports in Fairfield. I'm in my 33rd year. I'm coaching everybody. And you know, Travis Air Force Base is in Fairfield. So I'm coaching the general's kids. I'm coaching everybody. And I coached year round, so everybody knew me. Some people didn't know my name. They called me that colored boy that coaches the kids, which is cool, as long as they knew me. So I'll go down to City Hall one day. But you guys listen to this, okay? I'll go down to City Hall, and the city clerk's grandson played on my team. So I go up to the second floor, and I open, and the door opens, and there she is. He said, hey, Super Coach, what's going on today? I said, well, my church thinks I can be a city councilman. What is that? So she pulls out this big old black binder, and she comes this red marker, and it says mayor and city councilman. She took the description out. It said the mayor, along with the city council, sets policy for the city of Fairfield. I went crazy. I said, my church thinks I can do that? I was so pumped. So I said, can you give me a copy of that? And she said, you getting ready to get into politics? I said, yeah. She said, you'll do it, Super Coach. This is our city clerk. And her grandson loved me. He was on my team. She's at all our games. She said, you can do it. So I get home, and my wife, Gina, where's Gina? Put that hand up right there. Gina worked with my wife. Right. And Gina knows. My wife commuted for 30 years. And she got home every day at 5:30. I couldn't wait for her to get home. So I put it on the counter. It was like 2:15. And every 5 minutes, I'm looking at the clock. Hurry up, 5:30, hurry up. 5:30, she comes in. I said, baby, look at this. What is? She said, what's this? I said, I'm going to be a city councilman. She said, what is that? I said, well, look at this. And she said, and you know what she said? You can't do that. And I said, why? She couldn't tell me why. She couldn't tell me why I couldn't do it. And you know what? We did it. We had $0, no money, but everybody in Fairfield commuted. So we had people working in Oakland, San Francisco, Concord, Napa, and everything. And we had secretaries from in all those cities on all my teams. So what we did one day is one of my team mothers, we had just finished a Little League game. We had our uniforms on. They came and took a picture of us and put it on a poster as a flyer, and it said, could you elect our coach for city council? That's all it said. Everybody took it to work, and everybody printed off 1,000 copies. And that's what we did. After the games, after we won our games, we would go out in the neighborhoods with our uniforms on. How Miss Jones? You know Coach, don't you? Coach is running for city council. Can you vote for Coach? And we ran against a 4-time incumbent. Not 1-time incumbent, 4 times. A legend. Somebody said that nobody could beat. We beat them. We beat with no dough. Walt Disney would love to do a movie on us because we won an Academy Award. I'm telling you that right now. He would. He would. And we did. We won it. Then we won again in 87. Then we won again in 91. And then my pastor says to me, Brother Hammond, look here. You got to go for this mayor thing. I said, no, Reverend Davis, I'm not ready for that. He said, no, you got to go. This council thing, nobody's going to beat you. Go for the mayors. So we ran for mayor, 1993. Fairfield Daily Republic. I want everybody to record this. Call them. I'll never forget it. I'm 67. I swear to God, it's one of the greatest moments of my life. So we go out there and we're running for mayor. And I'm knocking on people's doors. Fairfield is 90,000 people now because I want to be 100,000 before I get out of office. I mean, everybody's greedy. I'm greedy like everybody else. I want us to be 100,000 people. It was 90,000. So I'm going knocking on people's doors. And my next door neighbor said, hey, Coach, you know, we never have no colored mayor before. I said, that's because I never ran. No, I did. I told him that. Hey, I'll be honest with you, it was the truth. I had never run. That was the truth. It was not a lie. It was not a lie. So we go around, and we won. And one night of November in 1993, the doorbell rings at 7:30 at night. You know, the polls don't close at 11 o'clock. Y'all know that. They don't close at 11 o'clock. Here comes the paper from L.A. with cameras, Sacramento with cameras, Oakland with cameras, San Francisco with cameras, in my house, snapping. I said, what's going on here? Hey, I said, hey, Mayor, how's it going? I said, what? The polls ain't closed yet. He said, Mayor, you're leading by 90%. You can't lose. Freaked me totally out. Then they asked my boys. They asked my sons who are 40. That's why you're talking about being blessed. My 40-year-old son played for the Red Sox. Hey, let me tell you something. You're talking about a proud papa here. Somebody that I'm successful because everybody has come and helped me. Ain't no I. There's no I in team. If you ask anybody to spell team, if they say T-I-E-M, get rid of them. So they asked my boys. And my other son, who was sitting on the other side, he played professional basketball over in Austria. So I've been blessed, baby. I've had it all. I've had it all. So I said, well, son, what do you think? Your dad's just done something that's never been done before. They said, what are you talking about? I said, you know what? There's never been an Afro-American mayor in the whole county in 150 years. Am I? Oh, wow. Hey, let me tell you something. My boys looked at me. They didn't say anything, but they didn't have to. They didn't have to say anything. They knew their dad had done it, so I panicked. I'll be honest with you, I panicked. I said, damn, I'm a mayor. What do I do as a mayor? So I'm serious. So I didn't know. So I go outside, and I just started walking in a circle. And I called my mom, who's 84. I call her every day. And I called, it was like 2 in the morning. It was 5 o'clock in Kentucky. I said, Ma, I'm the mayor. She said, baby, I know it. How much did you win by? And that's my mother. I said, Ma, but I haven't been a mayor before. I don't know what to do. She said, baby, do what got you there. Amen. Got it? Do what got you there. I'm saying that to all of you. You want to be successful? Don't change anything. If you got a good personality and you love who you are, don't change. If you don't like who you are, you got to change. Because this morning I was coming over here and I was shaving. I looked in that mirror. I said, God, do I love him. I love him. I do. I'm telling you. Hey, let me tell you something. If you don't love yourself, something is wrong. I'm telling you, if you do not love yourself, because if you don't, you're not doing something right. I'm telling you, you're not doing something right. How much time do I have? Because I don't want them doing this.
You got 5 minutes.
5 more minutes. Okay, I got to tell you. 5 minutes, and then we do the questions, right? Okay, I got to tell you guys a story. I don't know if you guys know who Wesley Unseld is. All of us grew up together. I'm not a name dropper. I'm a name knower. So we got Wesley Unseld. Wesley Unseld is the president of the Washington Wizards right now. Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Sherman Lewis was the offensive coordinator for the 49ers when they won 3 straight Super Bowls. So I come from some good stock. And you know Muhammad Ali, he's not a bad deal. He's not a bad guy, okay? But I got to tell you, I want to tell you one quick thing, and I think I can do it in 3 minutes. I used to like to throw rocks. I was a good athlete. I'd like to throw all the time. So one day, we were going out to a place called Fort Hill. That's where Sherman grew up. And all the black kids, we grew up in different areas, but every Wednesday we got together at Grace Community Center to do our boxing, our wrestling, our skating, or whatever. And I broke this guy's window. His name's Mr. Drizzling. And I had my baby brother with me. And we were running past his store, and he caught my brother. So I came back. And he made me call my mother. My mother was a domestic. Scrubbing floors. We had gone from a big house with my stepfather, who was very rich, to scrubbing floors 2 blocks away. So it wasn't about the money with me. We had the money, but we didn't have the love. Guys, anybody not hear that? Got to have that. So we go, and I broke his window. He made my mother come from St. Matthews, which is out in the suburbs of Louisville. Took her 2 hours to get there. He said, he's going to pay for this window. My mother said, yes, he is. So I was selling every Thursday the Louisville Defender, which is a black newspaper, and the Jet magazine, which is still around today. I was making like $20 a week in the 50s. That's a lot of dough, baby, because I was their top sales guy. Well, every Thursday, my mother said, can he pay you every Thursday out of his paper money? He said, yeah. So every Thursday, I went over and I paid him his money. So we had 1 week to go. 1 week. And he said, now, next week, young man, you have your mother over here. I want your mother. I said, well, Mr. Drizzling, what did I do wrong? Don't ask me what you did wrong. You just have your mother here. So I was home at night. I said, Ma, I said, Mr. Drizzling wants you over there Thursday. But Ma, I haven't done anything wrong. I've been paying my payments and everything. She was there. So we go in the back room. Mr. Drizzling was there. I said, Dorothy, come on in. Come on in. Go in the back room. He's got this jar. Every dollar I had paid him, he put in this jar. He said, Dorothy, you got a good boy here. He's going places. Merry Christmas, and gave us all the money back that I'd given him. All of it! You got it? Every dollar back. So what I'm telling you is, ask yourself, are you successful? You don't have to raise your hand. You know if you are or if you're not. But if you're not, why not? That's the question. If you're not, why not? Because a lot of times I don't like to ask people to raise their hand because it embarrasses people. You go with your heart. So I'm going to give you a little formula for being successful. This is one I use, and I guarantee you if you use it, you will never fail, ever. Take your heart. Take your heart. Everybody got a heart, right? You know where it is, right? Take it and put it in a blender, but it's got to be a good heart. It's got to be a good heart. If it's a bad heart, the blender's going to reject it. It's going to kick it out. Then you take your feelings for people, and if they're good feelings, put it in the blender too. Then go check God out. Say, hey, God, come on in here and get in this blender with me. And mix it up and throw it out, and I guarantee you, you'll be totally successful because you know what? You're a giver. And you ain't asking for anything in return. And my parents always told me, you want 100% back? Give 100%. If you give somebody 99% and hold back the 1%, the 1% is what can make you fail. I want it all. Make no mistake about it. I want you guys to understand. I want everything out there for me. But I got to give you everything. Not some of it. I want it all. So I'm giving you my all. So check it out. You think about it. You think about it. Am I cool? Am I okay? Can I put this thing in the blender? Can I put a clean heart in the blender? Can I put some great feelings that I love people in that blender? And can I go tell God to come and hang out with me? If you can't, it ain't going to work. I don't care how many cars you have. I don't care how much money you got. If you didn't do it that way, you're not successful. When you call my house and you talk to my boys, say, can you count to 10? And they'll say 1. That's it. They don't know what 2 is. You ask somebody who won the Super Bowl, they tell you the Packers, who they beat. Nobody knows. Number 2 is nothing. Why be number 2 when you can be number 1? But somebody said, this guy's got something together, and he cares for people, and we're gonna take care of him. That's what success is about. So I'm asking you all, this is the last question, are you successful or are you not? And you know if you are or not. You know if you have to do anything, you know. And and sometimes there's bad days. I had a bad day Monday. I lost an insurance account I've had for 10 years. I was down. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't let anybody see me outside. I stayed in my house. I owe that to you, all of you. Every time you see me, you're going to see me bubbly. If you don't see me, I'm not bubbly. You're not going to see that. Yep. But at 4:30 that Monday, I walked into the gym, and I had 10 guys that jumped up. That's coach, that's coach, that's coach. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. So just, I'm telling you, is be true to yourself. That's what you should do. And as I close, I'm going to tell you this right now, and I hope everybody's looking. I'm available right now for hugs, kisses, high fives, and the whole deal. Now! Right on. Oh, question.
Why do you love successful thinkers?
Well, you know what? Why do I love successful thinkers? Well, you got to get personal sometimes, okay? Your head ambassador, and you know who he is, we had a one-on-one one day, and we ran out of time. So he said, let's do another one. So we met the following week. And we're supposed to get out of there in about an hour, and I'm supposed to meet my wife at the 24-hour Nautilus. 3 hours later, the phone rings. It's my wife where are you? I said, I'm over here with Big Mo. I'm over here with Big Mo. And let me tell you, I'm going to tell you guys this. Everybody's got a reason for joining something. Have a special reason why. Don't go because the crowd is going. Oh, they're going to be over there. There's going to be 50 people, and I'll go over and I'll be 51. Don't come for that. Come because you have a reason. The reason that I'm here, I'm going to tell you this right now. He's a mama's boy. He loves his mother. If you noticed last week, he introduced his wife and his mother. I'm a mama's boy. I got a weakness for that. That's what he told me. He told me about his mom. Told me about his wife. That's why I'm here. Why are you here? Did you come because somebody said, well, somebody's cute going to be there and he's got a nice car? Why did you? No, really, ask yourself, why'd you come? I know why I'm here. And if God don't take me to heaven next week, I'll be back next week. And also, I want to know, as we talk today, did I do okay? Yeah. Right on. Thank you.
Chuck Hammond, everybody.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.